Hey everybody, Bucky here in 9SV. Today we're going to talk about the history of Morse code, and it's one of my favorite subjects, and I've done some research on this in the last couple of days. And most of you know that Morse code is named after Samuel Morse, and many of us give him credit for the invention of electronic telegraphy. Well, I'm here to dispel that, and you can look this up. I suggest you do. It's pretty interesting. There's several gentlemen prior to Samuel that should get credit. And the first two gentlemen are, I gotta find it here in my notes, Frederick Gauss and William Weber, or Wilhelm. And they came up with the idea of electronic telegraphy back in 1833. Now the device that they had to send it was cumbersome, and it just did not work well, and they did not patent it. So back in 1836, Samuel Morse started the modern telegraphy, but he had not patented it yet. So back in 1837, we got it forward a year, William Cooke and Charles Wheaton came up with a two-wire system, and they were all set to patent it, and they in fact did have a 12-kilometer QSO, or they established communications on a 12-kilometer link. Samuel Morse, realizing this, jumped all over it, and he got his patent in before they did. Now, when Samuel Morse came up with what's known as the Morse code, he had an assistant, Alfred Vail. And while Samuel Morse was doing his painting and whatever, he was quite the famous painter, Alfred Vail came up with a relay circuit and took Samuel Morse's cumbersome Morse code, in which, for example, the letter A might be a number 1, and if it's used in this way, it could mean a number 5. And it was just really, really confusing, and there was thousands upon thousands of possibilities for several characters. Well, Alfred Vail was a very intelligent guy, and he looked at it and said, you know, if we just make the A a dit da, or an E, which is the shortest character, a dit, it can shorten this up. And in fact, that's what they ended up coming with. It's now the modern day Morse code. Well, I like that sound. And in their, they actually made a communication link on January 11th, 1838 at the Ironworks Corporation in Morse, New Jersey. Turn that down a little bit. And the message was, a patient waiter is no lesser. Now, that was the first communications link. However, it was only seen by a small group of people. The most famous, and the one that we think of as the link for modern day communications at the time, was on May 24th, 1844, and that was between Baltimore, Maryland, and Washington, D.C., and it went 44 miles. And it was a Bible verse, what hath God wrought? Numbers 23.23. And the message, in fact, was come up by a daughter of a congressman. Now, Samuel Morse was quite the shyster. Not only did he jump all over the patent, even though several gentlemen came up with this idea before he did, or they developed it better. And Mr. Vail really got the screwing, pardon me, but he did. He came up with the idea of the modern day Morse code, like I said, and when it came to patent time, his name was not on it. So Samuel Morse, he became a rich man, and poor Alfred Vail, he died a poor soul because of what Morse did. So, I mean, that's just kind of a brief history of Morse code. Now, there's some other interesting facts. Excuse me. The U.S. Coast Guard they sent their last message, and that was on April 1st, 1995. And here's in fact a copy of the message. And I'm going to at a later video attempt to send that on my key through an oscillator, and it should be interesting. It'll probably take about 5 retakes. And then the French, they sent their last United States Navy, or French Navy, excuse me, message on January 31st, 1997. So there's some, again, some interesting facts about the history of Morse code, Samuel Morse and the other gentleman, and you can look that up on Google or Wikipedia. It's pretty fascinating. I thought all the time Samuel Morse was this great inventor, which he was, but boy was he a shyster. I really feel sorry for Alfred Vail. Anyway, all comments welcome. I'd really like to hear from you, and if you have some additional facts or some corrections to what I've just put out there, please let me know. All comments welcome. So as we say in Morse code, da-da, did-a-dit, did-a-da-da-da. 73 is the Morse code. And hope to catch you further down the log. Take care, my friends, and have a great day.